Hello, welcome to People in Perspective. My name is Daniel Joseph Gasca, and I'm here with my guest, my dad, also known as Danny D Square. He's a DJ around the Chicago area. Let's get started. So who or what inspired you to become a DJ?
Well, inspiration came from early on in the day of when breakdancing was popular in the middle to late 80s. And I was inspired by the people playing the music for the people dancing. So I wanted to learn how to become a DJ, and I found my way through mutual friend connections who was already starting to DJ, and I learned in that way, going that route.
Who taught you how to DJ?
A friend of mine, as I was bringing up, his name is Roy. He had a set of turntables in his basement and a mixer, and from there I just was hooked. Once I started learning how to do it, I just kept going.
So when did you start, and how long have you been doing it for?
Wow, over 30 years. Like I said, in the middle to late 80s when DJing had just begun, house music was very prevalent around the Chicagoland area.
Why do you still DJ to this day?
I just love the music. I love seeing people dance. I love the emotions that it brings to people when they hear a song that they really enjoy. And I just enjoy doing it.
So where and when was your first gig?
I grew up in the Cicero-Berwyn area, from 7th grade through high school. And during high school time, there was a lot of parties being thrown at different banquet halls. My first one was at the Berwyn Eagles, and there were just flyers with a different lineup of DJs, some that were on the radio, and people who were just starting out like me at that time.
What was your most successful gig?
Successful gig? Well, there's been a number of them. You know, I've played at different nightclubs in the Chicagoland area, and just every time that people dance to me, that's success. So,
what are some key details to know before becoming a DJ?
Details to know. Well, one thing you want to do is make sure you understand your crowd and understand your music, know your history of music, old, new, current, and future. That's the challenging one because you always want to be the DJ who plays something new and different and bring that vibe to the crowd and have them just feel on that energy.
Are there any gigs coming up?
Yes, actually, every week I host an internet radio show on Fridays from 8 to 10. And then also this weekend I'll be playing the music for the Bulldog football and cheer, the junior Bulldogs, the music between the football games and during the football games this coming weekend.
So what are your thoughts on the new generation of music? Does that affect DJing in any way?
Well, the technology sure has changed a lot since when I first started DJing. It was all vinyl records. I had to carry those around, and I seen the progression go from vinyl records, then to CDs, and then to laptops. And now you can just put them on a USB drive and plug into the equipment. So the evolution of it has been great, and to see the new young producers and things that are coming out now, the technology that they have to do beats and things is very exciting. And I'm for that. I'm not the kind of person who says, you know, I've done it with vinyl records and I just want to stay that way. No, I'm going to change and grow with the technology and push it forward.
So who were the partners that you worked with, and do they still DJ to this day?
Not everybody that I did is still who I grew up with DJing. Some people do. But some of the big names that when I DJed at parties were people on the radio at the time, like Julian Jumper Perez, Bad Boy Bill, Farley Jackmaster Funk, that type of people who are still doing it to this day.
So what are your thoughts on like the new generation of music? Like, give me your top 5 artists like right now.
My top 5 artists of right now? I don't know that I have that many, but my classic all-time artists who I have a lot of influence of is Prince, Jamiroquai, some of the UK bands like Incognito, the Brand New Heavies, things like that. That's who I like as far as music goes.
So was DJing your part-time job or your full-time job?
I wish it was my full-time job, but it is a part-time job. You gotta be very lucky to be successful in this business, but I just do it for the love of the music and to see how people dance and enjoy it.
So what is your full-time job?
I work at a label printing company.
That's cool, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where would you buy your vinyl records from?
Yeah, there was a few record shops downtown that I would go to, Loop Records, Imports, etc., Gramophone. Gramophone Records is still around there on the north side of Chicago. And the one thing I like about that is going into the shop and talking to people, other DJs, and getting a camaraderie for the craft and picking out music that was being played. Nowadays, a lot of things are online, so you're left to yourself to kind of find and discover new music, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's a little bit different now.
So I know you have your own radio show. When did you start this?
We started a year ago in October, I believe. And we've been broadcasting on live365.com and playing DJ mixes from people from all around the world. And I'm the host of that show, and I introduce the guest. And we have a team of DJs who also does mixes every weekend.
So who is your favorite DJ out of all those mixes?
I don't know, there's a lot. I don't know, there's really so many great different DJs who have different genres, from deep house, vocal house, Latin house. Afro-Latin Brazil is the name of the genre that it's played a lot on our station.
So are there any other family members that are DJs?
Family members?
Yeah.
No, none that I'm aware of. But growing up, my father was a drummer, so that influence of the beat has always been inside of me, him being a drummer and playing different types of music when I was growing up. Talking about different bands like James Brown, Tower of Power, the Beatles, obviously. So that love of funk and soul and that beat always driving is what was instilled in me growing up.
That's cool. So in high school, is that when you started DJing?
Yeah, it is. I think we were one of the first ones to do a battle of the DJs in our high school at that time. So, yeah.
So your high school had a battle of DJs?
Yeah, they did. I don't know if they've had it since then, but yeah.
I'm Daniel Joseph Gasca, and this was People in Perspective. Thanks for watching.